How can we stay safe? Is the only way to do that just to stay apart?
Well, I mean, we have to follow the guidelines of the experts, the CDC. And Dr. Fauci, just in a recent interview, he voiced a great deal of concern that during the Christmas season, there's a much higher probability that we might have a lot more people to contract COVID-19. And a lot of experts are crediting different behaviors during the Christmas season versus the Thanksgiving season that are a lot different.
Well, I guess we do have a lot of gatherings. I mean, it's traditional that we're going to sit down and eat a meal, or we're going to sit down and open presents together and things like that. I guess that's what he's talking about. We're a lot closer together. How can we mitigate the possibility of transmitting COVID especially if we don't know we have it, if we're going to participate in these tight gatherings? What can we do?
Well, what we have to do is really pay attention to the recommendations of our healthcare officials, the CDC. We have to continue to social distance. We have to continue to wash hands, avoid social gatherings as much as possible. But that behavioral difference between Christmas and Thanksgiving is very distinct. I mean, you have to think Thanksgiving is short, but Christmas, it goes all the way through New Year's Day. So there's a long period of time where a lot of people are interacting, they're out of their homes, they're out in the public, but also the party behavior. You have to think about all the different Christmas parties and then the New Year's parties. And lastly, the shopping behavior. Everybody's trying to buy gifts. Some people, like my wife, they're Amazon queens, but a lot of people like to do that old traditional shopping where they go to the malls and the stores and people are out. So we just have to be aware and just really continue to pound in. We have to follow the guidelines because we don't want increase or a spike in this pandemic right now.
Do you have any kind of idea? I mean, probably we are going to have a spike coming up after this because, you know, we know the guidelines, but it's Christmas, so we're going to get together. What are you expecting by the middle of January?
Well, hopefully, you know, things will get better. I mean, we have the vaccines now. We have Pfizer. We have Moderna. People are getting the vaccines. And we had a really good week, you know, last week with so many healthcare providers. Many of my colleagues on social media were posting, getting the vaccine. And this is a lot of confidence for the community on a whole. But really what we have to do is just be prepared. There are new medicines that are coming on the horizon. So I'm really feeling optimistic right now, but I'm really glad we have this opportunity to just remind people to follow those guidelines as best they can. That's and right. Wear those masks most definitely.
Wear the mask, wash your hands, keep distance between you. Dr. Quinn, let me just tell you, Merry Christmas. First of all, you have really been helpful this year in keeping us posted on the latest information and the updates and all of that. You've already got your hat on. You got the tree in the background. You're waiting on the big guy to come to your house. So you have a very Merry Christmas.
You too, and thank you so much. And thank you to WJTV for giving me this opportunity. And 2021, we'll keep the information coming and we'll keep everybody informed and healthier.
Thank you, sir.